the acceleration of this pendulum? Is it zero? I don't think so. Let's find out. Here's our pendulum. It's at rest and we release it. If we release it, what happens? It begins to move in a circular path. But for a very small time interval, it will move in a path that's perpendicular to the rope, right? That's shown here. Now imagine if its acceleration were zero. Would it move? No. If the object is at rest and the acceleration is zero, it won't move. It's going to stay still. That means the initial acceleration of the pendulum, it's not zero. But what is it? You see, from this motion, which is perpendicular to the rope, we know there must exist a force that pulls it perpendicular. But how many forces are present on our bob? Well, there are two forces. We have our tension. We also have gravity that pulls it vertically down, right? Now this force is perpendicular to the motion. That means this cannot be the cause of the motion. That means mg is trying to pull the bob perpendicular to the rope. Now we can take this mg and break it into two components. Those two components are mg cos theta, and we have another component which is mg sine theta. Now this mg cos theta cancels with the tension because the bob is neither going up or down along the rope when we release it. So if these two forces cancel, why should we draw them? Let's remove them from the picture. So what remains? That means there's only one force that acts on the bob at its point of release, which is mg sine theta. Now if that's the force, how will you find the acceleration? That's where Newton's second law comes into play. The total force on an object equals the mass of the object times its acceleration. The total force is just mg sine theta, and it has to equal ma. M and m goes, and we get the acceleration as g sine theta. And that completely solves the problem.